So bend your knees and bow your head. Save your babies, here's your future. Ooh, hello, good morning, what it do? Glanderson Booper indeed. What it do, what it do, what it do? What it do, what it do? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Paul, you know, man, thank you. You know, man, audience, thank you. I'm your hero of academia. Stance on Paul Ryan not running. I don't blame him. I don't like it's gotta suck being in a position like that where you can't say what you actually think. He's probably quitting so that he can let people know that, like, hey, I didn't like Trump either. He sees which way the wind is blowing, dude. He sees which way the breeze is blowing. So on your schedule, you have another stream after this. Yeah, another stream after this. And then another stream after that. And then another stream after that forever. So yeah, that's the plan, at least for today. Now, I actually do have at least one show to film today. So yeah, we'll be getting together this afternoon to film Flash Fried. Got to do a little research for that. Got to find out what's going on in the world that needs to be Flash Fried today. What do you think about escalating tensions with Russia and the possible war about to start if Trump shoots missiles into Syria? Ever, man. Like, it's not like we haven't been, you know, standing on the precipice of that war with one foot on a banana peel and the other foot hanging out over the void forever. You know what I mean? It would suck. It's gonna suck for a lot of people if, you know, another fucking Cold War starts, or even a hot skirmish with Russia or Russian-backed forces. Like, it's all the way bad, 100% of the time. Remember cringe points with Egghead? Yeah. Just started assessing cringe points for him. That was a fun episode of Drunken Pundits. I believe that was during the first time I went down to visit the guys. I was supposed to be there for a week, and I ended up being there for like a month and a half, living in an extended stay in Ohio. But I'm pretty sure that was one of those episodes. I don't know. Fans of the show would probably remember better than me at this point, but I'm pretty sure that the Egghead cringe points episode happened while I was there in studio with the guys. Are you worried about race realist ideas becoming mainstream? Not really. Not to give you a Sargon answer. But no, not really. I guess I worry about them having undue influence on other political movements, right? They're not really... Like, the race realism block is nowhere near powerful enough to get, you know, a mainstream concession. But they can append their stupid, shitty ideas to other ideas and crowbar them in that way. That's really the danger of these kind of like fringe political social movements. Not necessarily that they're going to sweep the land and race realism is going to become, you know, codified. It's more like, what if they sneak some of their bullshit backwards ass race realism shit into this or that legislation? I mean, that's really the danger, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. This lighting and frame is on point. It's just my phone, dude. I just sat my phone on the desk. It's just really nice out here this morning. That's all. Like, when I walked out here, the first thing I thought is, wow, it's crisp. I don't know what really makes this crisp. But, it, you know, it feels crisp. Fresh, you know, like the world overnight, you know, stayed in the fucking fridge and kept its freshness. I don't know. Just crisp. Lower humidity from being cold. That's probably it. Yeah, it's been cold the last few days, or at least colder than it has been. So that's probably it. It's kind of knocked some of the mug out of the air. No, but it's not dissimilar to the rare freshwater Jew. What? What? The fuck is your problem? What the fuck is your problem? Love to stay, but I gotta crash. Stay cool. Get out of here. Get out of here, Aaron. Vamonos. Nobody cares about you. Shoot. Shoot. It's good to have some insight on how you name these live streams. Yeah, I always have a moment right before I start these. I'm like, what have I thought about today? What's been on my mind? Sometimes it's really easy to come up with a name because the names don't matter. You know what I mean? Sometimes I sit and I agonize over it for 5 minutes before I start it. Smoke perp, get out of here, dude. Get out of here, bro. You're always asking for that fucking impression, and it's getting old, dude. Get out of here. You seen Isle of Dogs? No, I have not seen Isle of Dogs. Heat, not head. Oh. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, partner. It looks nice outside. It is nice outside. It's right on the edge of where I would need a sweater. You know what I mean? I don't. Right on the very edge of that. Any chillier, any more of a breeze, and I'd have to go put a fucking sweater on. But I'm right at that line. That's the perfect place to be. Paul, you stupid pants. Fuck you. Okay? I have to put up with your bullshit this morning. Was a correction to a former message. Was complaining about southern humidity. Southern head is great. Yeah, I gotta agree. Pauly Shore episode was hilarious, and I'm extremely tempted to film my little brother fucking on his movie. Yeah, dude, it would be pretty hilarious if, like, you know, 5 people that watch us that have kids decided to send Pauly Shore videos of people hating his movies. I mean, it'd be pretty sad for him, but pretty funny for the rest of us. And that's all that matters. You guys, give me a sec. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. Go on now, buddy. Get your little ass out of here. All right. Have you played Far Cry 5 yet? No. I probably won't either. I'm really couldn't be more disinterested in the Far Cry franchise. The amount of brain cells that kids would lose from watching Pauly Shore isn't worth the hilarity. You're probably right. Did you at least do your Daniel Plainview impression? No, dude. Smoke perp. Get out of here, dude. Just woke up, man. When you just woke up and wiped the crust out of your eyes, smoke perp, Was I standing by your bedside going, hey man, do a fart? Give us a smile this morning. Come on. You know? No. You know? I let you get up and around and fucking start your day. That's also crisp. This really is a crisp stream. Crisp, crisp, crisp everywhere. Do a poll. You look like your face is about to fall off. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just finished up the top 10 Dreamboats episode, and I must say, Paul, on some level, you must be a little gay. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. That's ridiculous. You're casting ridiculous aspersions. Look, dude, it's a show, okay? It's a show. I hate to tell that to you, but it's a show. I'm not gay. If salt accidentally knocks you over, does it throw a pinch of Paul over its shoulder? Whoa. You just blew my mind. John Goodman impression. It's pretty much just me. Paul, give us the grand tour of the crib. No, people are still asleep and shit in there, man. Like, I'm the only one in the house that's awake. I'm not gonna be like roaming around the house hollering with you guys. I have to confess something. When you become a mod, you're led into a room that has a table, a chair. You better not. The folder is the ping pong ball joke. You can't tell people that, Coleman. You can't reveal that information. Who's your favorite atheist from back in the day that isn't around anymore? Favorite atheist back in the day that isn't around anymore. Phil Hellenes was really good. There was a dude named Phil Hellenes who actually was a big fan of my content. We were fans of each other's content, I guess. Although we had like pretty much opposite approaches to doing these videos. I was way more, you know, focused on the comedic kind of irreverent poking fun at the beliefs, and he was focused on the, you know, here's the scientific refutation of this idea. Here's why this idea makes no sense. He was a really good, there was another guy, what was his name? I think his name was Chris R or something like that. I can't remember, fuck, man. He was a black dude, and he was really good as well. I haven't seen him in years and years. You heard there's a bunker underneath Denver International Airport? I've heard all kinds of crazy things about Denver International. Supposedly the Illuminati airport, right? No, it wasn't Chris Rock. Christopher L. There it is. That was his name, Christopher L. Moppy Puppy, could you please step up your fucking game today? I haven't even, like, responded to one of your troll attempts in, like, 3 shows. You're starting to fall off the radar. I'm just letting you know. I'm not trying to be mean. But, you know how you guys let us know if a show is a little stale or doesn't quite work? Well, I'm trying to help you in the same way. Your trolling has gotten predictable and boring. You gotta fucking... Come on, man. Come on, man. Get with it. Smoke Perp, I'm going to put you in timeout, and I want you to use your 300 seconds, okay? to think of something else to ask me other than shit about drugs and to do impersonations. If you come back and you ask me the same questions you've been asking me for the last 8 shows that I ignore, then I'm just gonna shit can you. Ugh. What do you think about incorporating written skits in DFF? I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Ugly cunt, you keep your mouth shut. You don't tell me who to ban. You don't tell me who to ban. That's the way to get you banned. Kayfabe skits? Yes. Yes. Yes, I would be totally open to that idea. I would be open to incorporating a big chunk of that into the show. I'm open to pretty much anything when it comes to this show. It's kind of, you know, I've talked about it here before, but DFF is kind of designed by nature to be a show that's mutable, that changes as it needs to, changes when we want it to, and how we want it to, while still maintaining the expectations of the audience. You know, DFF is like supposed to be something that you can't really predict. It's supposed to be something that not only challenges us as people that are delivering content to come up with new ways of doing so, but challenges the audience to be surprised and have their expectations defied once in a while. And that's, I think, what all 3 of us plan to do with the show. Paul, if someone made a clone of you, which of you would kill the other first? The clone or me? I don't know. I mean, eventually we would. I wouldn't be able to stand me. Living with another me would be an abject nightmare, so one of us would definitely kill the other. I'd probably kill the clone, to be honest. Just because, you know, I would know that I'm the original copy. And it's only fair if one of us has got to go, it should be him. How do you eat / order your eggs? I mean, usually I'll either get them like over medium or scrambled. I probably lean more towards scrambled usually because for some reason people find it very hard to cook an over medium egg. It's not a super hard thing to do, but a lot of places you'll order over medium and you'll get sunny side up or over easy or like over hard. It happens so often that I just kind of have given up on ordering eggs over medium. I just get them scrambled because it's hard to fuck that up. Just man up, swallow them raw. Still want you dead? No. It's fine, creamage. The salt has passed. After this stream, I'm gonna go unban Billy the Goat too. So any of you that witnessed his glorious beheading, I'm gonna go sew his head back on his body. No, I probably shouldn't, but whatever. He wrote me a message on Twitter. You know, he DM'd me on Twitter apologizing for the memes and shit and yada yada, so I feel, you know, message immediately made me feel bad. I was like, oh man, alright, whatever. Leave him banned for these last 2 streams, though. That's good enough punishment. Tism training, I guess so. You drop the egg in toast with... Oh, yeah, egg in the hole. Some people call it eggs in a basket. My mom always called it egg in the hole. But yeah, you just rip a little, you know, circle out of the middle of a piece of toast. You throw, you know, throw some butter on it, on both sides, and then rip the center out. Throw it in a frying pan. Crack an egg in the middle of it. Let it toast and cook on that side, and then flip it over, let it toast and cook on the other side. You can eat that however you want. Like, you can eat it just straight like that, season it well while it's cooking, salt and pepper, and just eat it just like that. Or you can put syrup on it and eat it like pancakes or something. Yeah, you can put onions or garlic in it if you want like the savory one, or just salt and pepper it and put syrup on it, dude. Opinion on Lauren Southern banned from the UK. Can we ban her from here too? Like, say what you want about the UK and its restrictive, you know, kind of anti-freedom of speech and freedom of expression laws, but you're not going to catch me like whining that they banned Lauren Southern. I don't fucking blame them. I don't want Lauren Southern in my country either. And if I could fucking push a button right now that banned her to some other country and never let her come back to this one, I would do it in a fuck heartbeat. So, you know, maybe it's not the most you know, freedom respecting move on their part, but fuck them. Fuck Lauren Southern. Who wants her here? Yeah, I think we need to start banning some of these fucking British reporters back home. I had kind of a short conversation on Twitter with a guy, and he was like, you know, I was listening to your... I don't remember where I said it. It must have been on one of these. You know, you were talking about these, like, British reporters. Oh, maybe it was on a DFF, yeah. Like how, like, America is slowly being invaded by European and British in particular, reporters and news media personalities. And this guy was like... He was like, dude, that would so not be tolerated here. Like, if just a bunch of shit-kicking Americans started showing up on the BBC, like, hi, I'm Tom Buchwald, and this is your BBC News tonight. In Parliament, you know what I mean? He was like, that would not, there was absolutely no way. He's like, there would be a fucking uproar over that. People would stop watching, people would complain in fucking the masses if that happened. But for some reason... it's okay over here for us to get our local news from somebody who grew up on a fucking island halfway across the world. You know what I mean? I think we need to start shipping some of these fucks back. Who else is invading your precious America? I don't know their name. Like, Piers Morgan is a good example of a British media personality that came over here and took over, you know, a job at the helm of what should have been an American-centric show. But it's a lot of it is like mid-tier to low-tier local anchors. I see it all the fucking time. Like, you know, scanning through cablers or whatever, just looking at the cable news or local news. You know, you'll come across a story and it's just like, local New Orleans Parish Police are desperately trying to find... And it's like, what are you doing here? Why don't you go back to Stratford-upon-Avon and report on how people's teeth are falling out en masse? Like, why are you in my country? Reading my news to me. People think we sound smart for some reason. Well, yeah, that definitely, like, probably plays a role in it. Because, you know, there is an assumption, at least by some people, that a British accent automatically confers a sense of intelligence upon that person. That's just usually a result of people just having not talked to enough Brits. Like, one of the you know, the ways I'm lucky because of the job that I do is because I get to talk to people from all over the world. I've talked to enough British people to know that they're at least as stupid as we are here. At least. They could pull ahead in a few areas, to be honest with you. by much, yeah. I mean, we're pretty neck and neck. I don't want to deport everybody who wasn't born in America. I just want to deport these idiot fucking news anchors back. Like, I don't want to hear my local and national political news from a foreign national. I don't see why that's an issue. You know what I mean? There's something about that rubs me the wrong way. And I think that, once again, if the shoe was on the other foot and all of a sudden you flipped on the BBC or Sky News to see what was going on in jolly old England today, and it was like, "Hi, I'm Buck Chucklefuck here for Sky News." Now, can't pronounce shit, doesn't know the vernacular, doesn't really have any idea how the fucking political system works there. Yeah, you'd love it for about 5 seconds. You'd love it for about 5 fucking seconds, and then you'd go, "What the fuck? Why is he here? Why is Buck Chucklefuck in my country reading my news to me like he knows what's going on here?" It's like, didn't we? Yeah, we fought a giant war of independence to kick these motherfuckers off our land, and now we're letting them, like, re-infiltrate to tell us how to think about our fucking political system. It's like, no. Get back over there. Get back over there. And you learned your lesson the first time. I'll be right back. Bird. Yeah. The bird keep you guys entertained while I was gone. He said he supports an ethno-state in his chirp language. Whoa. Censor the birds. Paul, shoot the bird. I know you have guns because you're American. I don't actually have a gun. Nor would I use a gun to shoot a little songbird singing his morning song. What kind of fucking monster do you take me for, dude? Alright? I may be American, but I'm not totally soulless. Sounds like the birds on your end are communicating with the birds outside. Maybe they are, dude. They're plotting. They're using these streams because they know that they go out, all over the world. They're using these streams to fucking plot our demise. Like, we just think it's normal bird song. But... Tweedledee-ledee-ledee. I'm as happy as can be. Can we just send all the ethno-staters to Antarctica? Yeah, dude. I'm fine with that. Let's find, like, a patch of uninhabited land and let's give it to them and let them do their thing and let's see how it works out. Should be a fucking paradise, right? Should be a fucking paradise. Let's let them do it. Like, why not? What do we got to lose? What do we got to lose? You ever smoke at Town and Country Park? Yes. That's the park, that was the park of my childhood, dude. Smoke perp. Why are you such a weirdo, dude? Why are you always mentioning, like, specific details about the place I grew up and names of people that I grew up with and shit? What is that your, like... Didn't I just time you out and tell you that if you came back and kept being stupid, I would fucking ban you? And you're already piping your head up? Yeah, it is kind of like a, whatever, like, I'm not scared of it, but it does kind of feel like a stalk. You know, I've never talked about Town and Country Park, nor would anybody that's not from Madera, California even know the name of that park. So unless you're maybe a fan from Madera, the fact that you know... Is that the park you took? Yeah. Yeah, that's the park we all went to. It's the park when I was a teenager. I would fucking drink down in the little bowl. Oh, you're a Madera resident? Oh, well, okay. I guess that's a little less creepy. But you need to understand that... Well, whatever. Whatever, dude. Let's see. He lives in Madera. I mean, there's just a million different things that I could ask him. How do you respond to the Brett Keene's sexual assault allegations? What? Do you know JF was in favor of ethno-states when you had him on DP? No. I don't think anybody knew what JF's specific politics were until he started openly talking about them. He never... I'll be honest, he never rubbed me as a dude that would hold such a obvious fallacious position. I mean, as crazy as he was, he seemed like a pretty... I mean, he's probably... He still is an intelligent dude, but I just didn't know he held such stupid, delusional, indefensible beliefs when it came to race. Libertarian ethno-state. It's called love, you idiot. I mean, it didn't really destroy his reputation, though. It made his reputation. As soon as he started talking racist bullshit, he got popular. Because there is a minority of people that are looking for racist content. Kind of covert racism. Not outright like, lynch the niggers, lynch the spicks. But kind of like, you know, under the radar racism. Like, I just enjoy white culture. I just want to preserve white culture. Which is why I think that eventually white people should kick it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, like, look, that's exactly the truth. That's why a lot of these cults of personalities, you know, well-spoken and or educated, covertly racist equals you're going to get a big fucking audience of people. I mean, you say that about, I don't really have much respect for neo-Nazis or alt-righters, but you can say that about a neo-Nazi. At least he's out there and has the balls to say what he actually believes, and he's not trying to dress up his ideas in a pretty little skirt that'll be more palatable to people. You know, he's coming right out. Coming right out and saying it. Oh, that's the death knell for Warski Live. Like, the fact that not only is the chat just an absolute hive of obvious, blatant, racist meme, but that chat now exists forever. I know for a fact that people out there are recording these chats as these shows go on, and as opinion turns away from this kind of racist thought, as it always does, that shit's going to be an albatross around Andy Worski's neck for the rest of his life. All his little racist memes and all the little cash-ins and all the little allowance of that type of shit, just, and in fact encouraging that type of shit tacitly going on in his fucking chat. It's just going to hang around his neck. It's going to be pinned to the front of his shirt like a scarlet letter for the rest of whatever his career is. And that'll be that. You know what I mean? He's fucked himself. Fucked himself. Super popular right now, don't get me wrong. But you gotta know who you're throwing your fucking lot in with. And you gotta know the historicity of like these types of movements and how they crumble under their own weight, because they're based on a bunch of fucking fallacious nonsense. And when they do crumble, and when the tide of public opinion turns against them and people start naming and shaming and pointing fingers, they're going to point their finger right in Andy Worski's face. And they're going to hang all the racist nonsense that he's propagated and allowed to be propagated on his stupid fucking blood sports show right around his neck. And that's going to be it. Pretty dumb fucking move. But very, very often people are incapable of jumping for the quick cash in. And that's exactly what Andy Worski has done. He saw a burgeoning environment. Do I believe for a second? I don't believe for a second that Andy Worski knows enough about race realism to credibly call himself a race realist. I haven't heard Andy Worski say one thing that isn't parroted from somebody else, some other thinker in their little movement. I don't think he even understands the basic fundamentals of what he talks about on his show. He does his show and cozies up to the people that he does because they bring 12,000 viewers for a live stream. And, you know, I don't know if he thinks that that type of thought is going to prevail for the first time in history, or if he thinks that he's going to be able to just pull the ripcord at some point and parachute safely away from that stupid shit when it goes sour. But when you've fucking thrown your fucking hat in with a bunch of stupid ass hillbilly thought racists, no matter how intellectually they couch their stupid argument, if the end result of their argument is white people should live in their own state and ship all people of other races back to their countries of origin, as long as that is the foundational belief of your movement, you are fucked. But surely your audience is at least some kind of reflection of the content you make. See, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I guess it makes some sense. You put negativity out, like I do, you're going to get some negativity back. That makes sense. But this idea that your audience is a perfect mirror of you is just fucking nonsense. I'm a fan of all kinds of different people, over all kinds of different mediums, with all kinds of different tones and all kinds of different political beliefs. And I don't see myself reflected in that. It doesn't work the other way around. Right? The audience wants to pretend that all of the negativity that a broadcaster gets is a reflection of their own negativity, but don't really allot for the fact that they're fans of all kinds of other content too, and they don't see themselves reflected in that. I don't know, dude. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The show already almost ended because JF told him to shut up. I mean, whatever, dude. Who cares? David W. Everyone is racist to a level, but most people don't want to affect innocent people's lives because they're a little racist. I mean, I hesitate to say everybody's a little racist, but, you know, I'll admit that I probably have some racist inclinations. I was raised around racism, and that, you know, the concepts are something that I reject, but the reactions, you know what I mean? You can't, it's hard to unlearn something that was foundationally taught to you. You know what I mean? I don't think hosting debates on controversial topics means you're associated with those belief systems. No, I totally agree. I totally agree. And if all Andy Worski does was hosting an impartial debate channel, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. If you think that Andy Worski's channel is an impartial debate channel, then you haven't watched Andy Worski's channel. Go listen to some of the things he says. Go listen to how he tacitly supports guests on one side of arguments on his channel, and tell me that that's what he's running. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he openly identifies as a race realist, so it's not even up for debate. How did you escape from the traditional beliefs you were raised with? I mean, most of it was just living life. You know, you're taught to think one way about this entire race of people, and then you go out into school and you make friends with people of that race, and you see that they're pretty much just like you. They're funny and they're interesting, and, you know, they've got cool families, and it doesn't jive with what you've been told about Mexicans or black people. You know, that those sorts of little things build up over time until you just start to question the entire line of reasoning. You know, because you see reflected in society what you see reflected in your own race group. Some people are assholes, some people are cool. Most people are assholes, I guess. But I almost got kicked out of my house when I was a kid when my racist dad found out I was taking my black friend to school. Yeah, it wasn't really that, it wasn't that harsh at my house. It was just kind of, it was more of a, it was that, like, kind of quiet, subdued racism. Instead of, you know, it was like that when there was nobody around that could take offense to it, it was pretty nasty. But in pseudo-public situations, it was always just kind of like, well, I don't know about them. Rather not be around them. You know, or little offhanded comments. One of my favorite ones that you just hear all the time is like, downtown Madera is turning into little Tijuana. That's people from Madera's way of saying that there are too many Mexicans in Madera. You know what I mean? And you're not outright going, man, all these fucking Mexicans. I mean, some people will do that too, but, you know, those types of comments are covert ways of saying that. It's a covert way of saying there's too many goddamn Mexicans in this town. You just say, well, I don't know, man, downtown's starting to look like little Mexico to me. My dad told me he hated all Muslims. It was kind of like a whoa moment for me. Yeah. Hearing Worski talk is like listening to Filthy Frank discuss geopolitical topics. Yeah, well, I just, yeah, he is a stuttering fuck. And he is like, dude, when that dude talks, it's like nothing. Like he'll speak paragraphs worth of shit. And at the end of it, you're just like, what did you just even tell me about your worldview? Nothing. What did you inform with that whole fucking speech about what you think or what other people should think? Nothing. He's just a master at, like, vamping and coming out at the other end having said absolutely nothing. You know what I think? It's, You know, when people ask me, why are you a race realist? You know, you know, what I tell them is I just like, you know, I want to look at all the facts. You know what I mean? I'd like to. It's not really even about race. You know what I mean? It's not about like, oh, white people are better than this person. It's just about like, you know, I feel like I'm a guy that really, really, really looks for the facts. You know, the facts. And so that's why, like, when people ask me, it's not even about a racist thing. You know, when I say I'm a race realist, it's because I'm just a guy that I want to look at the facts on both sides of the issue. You know what I mean? And then I want to make up my mind. And the way that I've done that is to make up my mind that I don't want black people around, you know? But it's not like, it's like, what did you just say? Nothing. Whatever. How can Worski be racist if he sounds so much like a mook? I don't know, dude. Do you hear Paul Ryan is quitting Congress? Yeah, yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's looked really uncomfortable ever since Trump's election, having to toe the line and not be openly hostile to a politician that I think most people in Washington and probably on the national stage and the state level stage as well realize in the Republican Party that Trump is a fucking nightmare and an existential crisis to the party as it exists now. But they're in this unenviable position of having to support the party, and supporting the party means supporting the president. So you get a lot of these quiet politicians, and you know, Ryan is just probably tired of carrying that water. Do you think we'll see a cure for cancer in our lifetimes? No. I don't know if the house will flip. I don't know if you know, this cycle will be enough to flip it, or if it'll take a, you know, a couple of cycles to fully flip. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I mean, it certainly in the best case scenario, the Republicans are going to bleed seats for sure. That the majority is going to narrow, you know, pretty respectably, and it could flip. I don't know. Zuckerberg is always uncomfortable to watch in interviews. Shit, it's one of the things that kind of blew me away because I didn't really know much about Mark Zuckerberg. Hadn't really paid attention to him. Couldn't have picked him out of a lineup really when I saw that movie, The Social Network. And the way he was portrayed in that was kind of a socially awkward dude. But I'm telling you, dude, Jesse Eisenberg did not capture the level of awkwardness and creepiness and shit that actually typifies Mark Zuckerberg. He is like a fucking alien. He really is. He gives me that vibe. He's like a, you know, something that's wearing a human being's skin. You know what I mean? Like he's trying desperately to seem like a human being, but really kind of lacks the ability to be one. The hilarious part is that remember a local website? I remember a local website doing the exact same fucking thing that Facebook did. Like, well, yeah, I mean, it's probably done. Like, if Facebook got caught this time, right? Are you going to tell me that this was the only time that that kind of a breach has ever happened? I'm going to go ahead and say absolutely not. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's probably been par for the course on Facebook for a long time, and they just got caught allowing it to happen this time. And now it's a big national issue. But never mind all of the other election cycles that have been unduly affected, and all the other private information that's been gleaned to help politicians stay more on message in a state and shit. I think Facebook has been tacitly helping the political class for a very long time. Facebook exists as an information collection depot, and I hope that everybody that uses it at least knows that. It's not about keeping you in contact with your friends or family. There are many, many ways that you can do that. It is about collecting information about you and what you like so that they can sell things to you, so that they can study you. Fuck that. Facebook literally sucks. The only reason I use it is because of friends. Well, see, that's the problem, though, is that you are using it. So you're just like, yeah, man, Facebook sucks, but, you know, my friends are there, so. Did you call your friends on the fucking phone? Oh, yeah. You know, any website where people are posting things about themselves, their political beliefs, or watch it. Like, think about YouTube. Somebody mentioned YouTube is probably doing the same thing, and I totally fucking agree. Think about YouTube being a platform where they can look at your view history. Your view history is just wide open, right? And they can, you know, parse that information and sell it or give it to people for political gain so that they know what people are watching, so they can stay on message. I mean, it's just, you know, they can tell what kind of ads you watched all the way through and which ones you skipped. I mean, it's just everything that you do. Anytime you like a video, you know, they can take a look at the political content of that video and then take a look at the political content of all the videos that you like and watch. Nice try, Facebook. I'm on incognito mode. Yep, dude, totally protected. Invisible mode. What's that banging? Neighbor is doing some work in their yard, I guess. I would kind of like to see their report on me. I wouldn't. This is not to be mean, but I wouldn't. Crisp and clean and no caffeine. I know there's not much to eat, but I made honey biscuits. Oh shit. That means it's time for this to end. I gotta go eat some honey biscuits. I'll see you guys later.